Friday night, live from Nick's Garage. Well, here we are. Another 2 weeks have gone by since I've spoken to you guys. And summer's just around the corner. It's a chilly night here in Montreal today. It's getting colder tonight. And by the way, I just taken out my Hellcat this week also out of storage. I haven't washed it yet, but you know, time has come to start enjoying these cars. Anyways, I don't know where to get started here tonight. I've got cars left and right. I've got 440s left and right. But anyways, we've delivered quite a few engines this week and a few cars. So I'm trying to take as little as possible now because I'm trying to do a lot of work to get cars delivered for a lot of people. And like I said, I've always have cars coming in and just throw me the list. I'll show you an example of some lists back there on some of the cars I've been working on. You know, some jobs are not easy. Here, we'll start with this one. I'm almost finished with the Jensen. Manny's been working on it quite a while with the cooling system. We went through the carburetors, we checked this and that. And the thing only left I got to do with this car right now is the exhaust system. And by the way, we had an exhaust muffler shop just opened up not far from here. A new place that opened up a couple of weeks ago. He likes to do custom work, so I'm going to go pay him a visit next week. I want to introduce him to Jensen, see if we can do oval tubing exhaust because we want to bring the exhaust up as high as we can in this car. And hopefully he gives me some good news, and I got to look at the shop before we do anything with him. So Tristan, if you're watching, I'm going to do my best for you to finish it off because I'd love to deliver this car to you as soon as possible.
It sure is a good-looking car, Nick.
Yeah, we fixed the antifreeze. We've got the electric fans working, AC. We got the gauges working. It's kind of dusty a bit, but we're going to wash it before we get it delivered. But besides that, it's all good. And I've always said it, I've got a lot of 440s here. I've got the Jensen who's got a 440. I've got also Frankenstein here, which is Rick's Roadrunner 68. It's a 440 also equipped. We nicknamed it Frankenstein. We just built him a second engine. Come, we'll open up the hood and take a look.
This is a beast of a vehicle.
Vasily's been working on it all day. He's been playing with carburetors. We have the Dominator on it. It wasn't long ago we had this on the dynamometer. And we did work with it. We got like 500 plus horsepower with the Indy cylinder heads. I'm sorry. Yes, no, they're not Indy cylinder heads. I forgot. Anyways.
What kind of heads you got on there?
B1. Sorry, the B1 heads.
B1. There we go.
B1 heads. Anyways. And Vasily's been working on it all day. He's been playing with carburetors. And for some reason, it keeps running rich. So what we did is we took a carburetor from the dyno room, put it on so we get it running for next week because we want to get a special torque converter made for it. It's not going to happen overnight, so I just wanted to get it running. So for now, at least you can take it for a joy, right? But it's got the biggest tires in the industry. If you guys look in the back of that car, look how humongous these tires are, especially when you look at it from the back. Take a look. I remember this car, we worked on it a few years ago. We had to, it had narrow Dyno. Look at the tires. God, they're like 12, 14 inches wide.
All business.
All business. Those are massive tires, you guys, let me tell you.
It sure looks good on a Roadrunner, though, eh?
It sure does. And it's very high, too, in the back. It looks like a mean machine, let me tell you. It is a charcoal gray. We named it, or should I say, Rick named it Frankenstein. Anyways, it's another 440. And I've got Manny here working on the mechanical windshield washer pump.
That's right.
Manny's been trying to make miracles with
How's it going?
We've been trying to make a miracle here with the mechanical windshield washer pump, but we ran out of luck. We got a new valve for the windshield washer container, and we tried to fix the vacuum pump, the push pump on the floor, which we can't find anything like that yet at the moment. We tried to fix it. We opened it up. We saw that diaphragm is all dried up. So we said, you know what? Maybe we're going to go to an electric push button windshield washer. After all, it has to go through inspection, so everything has to work. So Manny, how you doing there?
Doing okay, Nico.
All good? All good?
The hoses back the way they were supposed to. Put as much of it back to original as possible. We want to make it as original as it can be. I mean, the foot pump, I couldn't get it to work. I mean, I tried what I could, whatever tricks I know, to get it to work. Change the diaphragm inside, but the aluminum is actually so corroded, so oxidized.
I'll figure that out.
There's just leaks everywhere. So we'll put it back, and if our buddy decides he wants electric, we go electric. If he wants mechanical, I have a source that'll work on this car. Unfortunately, it's not a Chrysler piece because they just don't make them.
That's right. Well,
But,
it is 1956, this unit.
Yeah, but the thing is, if we can't get, if we need to make it manual again, that's great, because I love original.
Yeah,
love when it works the way
I
it's
want-
supposed to.
Yeah, I wanted to work. I wanted to make it work the way it came from the factory.
Yeah, and we're close. Everything else is in place for it to work the way it's supposed to. Plan B, we go electric, but we make it look original. So
That's
we,
right.
we run a pump way down low, use it as a sump, feed the nozzles. That way everything is the way it's supposed to be. No harm, no foul. That's where I'm at.
That's the way to do it. I love it. I love it. I'll pass the word over to Joe, and we'll see how it goes. He's gonna. Take care, Jim. Take care. And you know, it is an original car, 1956 Chrysler Imperial. The only thing I really dislike is, like a lot of these old cars, the hood doesn't open up high enough so you can work on the back of the engine bay. Remember when we were doing the points
You
last?
have to work from between the windshield and the hood.
Like this. Look, look. We have to work like this. Look, it was difficult. Let me tell you.
We're going to see that on Monday's video if everybody stays tuned.
There you go. It's gonna be on Monday's video, Manny.
If I get it finished, of course.
Sounds good.
Yeah. You know, we had a rough idle, so it was a Saturday. We couldn't get a set of new points, so Manny cleaned the points, filed them. We've gapped them to factory specs to get the correct gap and also the dual meter. And when we did that, after removing the distributor and doing the adjustment on the bench, put it back in the car, and it did not want to start. And then what we had to do, custom work, figure out our own gaps the way it was before, so we get it started running so we can bring it back into the shop for night storage.
Good story. Nick, I've got to interrupt you quickly because Don Lemmy sent you $4.99 and said it's good to catch the show live again. He
Thank
said
you,
he
Don.
missed the last 2 live shows and hope everything's good.
Thank you.
Says he's doing great down there in Canton, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Hey, good Memorial Day weekend, everybody in the States, by the way.
Good Memorial Weekend.
Happy Memorial Weekend, guys.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a long weekend for the Americans, Memorial Day, so
Deserve it. It's a good one.
yeah, let them, they deserve it, of course.
It's the unofficial start of summer, which means there's going to be more cars on the road.
And here we are last week when was beautiful, and today it's pretty cold out there. And it is chilly. You came in with a jacket, I came with a jacket. Everybody's wearing a sweater today. There you go, double t-shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, what can you do? And this Mustang here, it's a 68 Mustang, factory green car. Belonged to a good friend of ours. His name was Larry. He passed away last week with a motorcycle accident. So I want to give my condolences to his family. And he was a good friend of ours, good client of ours, and he's gone. And of course, we've got his car here until the family picks it up next week. And we're going to miss him.
May he rest in peace.
Larry, rest in peace.
Oh, sad news, eh, Nick?
What can you do? What
But
can you
it
do?
reminds us that these cars outlast us all sometimes.
That's right. What can you do?
Wow.
Anyways,
Be careful out there on the roads, everybody.
yeah, drive safe, you guys, and you got to drive defensively. That's why. And apparently it wasn't his fault, but what happened, happened. What can you do?
Yeah, you don't get a second chance on a bike.
No. And now, I just want to mention, James is watching from Timmins, Ontario. James, I've got your car here. We dropped the engine inside. We left it loose. But I noticed you got a trunk full of parts. And I know you're going to a hydraulic clutch system. You're going to a dual clutch setup by QuickTime. So we've got a lot of work to do here. I've noticed there's a lot of parts are missing. I noticed some parts are not going to fit correctly. I know you bought me a car that I built the engine, but then again, I have the engine, I have the car here to put the engine in, but there's a lot more pieces and a lot more work than I thought. You know, like I was told you before, you guys, people bring me cars, they come in the door, they ask for 1 or 2 things, and before you know it, they throw you the list. But you know, man, I wanted to tell you this. Some people don't throw you a list, sometimes they throw you a book. And let me tell you, it's
The funny thing is, they start you with a list, and then they go to the book.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, there's a couple of cars, it's been a struggle to try and get them going. It's, you know, 1 or 2 things, and then, whoo, here comes the list.
Manny, that's why I got you with me, because a lot of times I need your help, because a lot of cars, you know, they come with a lot of technical problems, and you're good with that. And thank God you come here and help me with this nights or weekends or whenever you can.
Whatever it takes, Nick. You know, it's like
I know.
This is a good pastime.
And
It keeps me out of trouble.
keeps you out of trouble,
Sort
eh?
of.
And wait, Robert's coming in tomorrow to help me work on a 74 Challenger.
Okay.
Wait till he sees the list on that car. Anyways,
Oh, boy.
that's another story.
Awesome.
Anyways, okay, so here we go. Here it is. It's a 1970 B5 Blue Super B. Belongs to James in Timmins, Ontario. So Vasily's gonna start working on it next week. We got a lot of parts out of the trunk. We got a lot of pieces here. We got a lot of pieces on the bench. Okay, the boxes are for my brother George. These are storage stuff. Don't go there. Anyways, we're gonna start working on this because we have to get this car out also. And I was
Beautiful
hoping
machine.
Sorry?
Beautiful machine, beautiful
It is.
color,
It is. 1970 Super B.
but with a list as long as the telephone book.
What can you do?
Nick,
This is the next
McGuire.
car. And I was hoping to get,
I just had to interrupt you there. Somebody named Mergwagger. I have trouble with that name. Mergwagger sent
Yeah.
$5 with no comment. Thanks for
Mergwagger?
your donation.
thank you very
Mergwagger.
much. Thank you.
Sorry
Thank
for
you.
the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, Nick. You were
No,
talking
no
about-
problem. And I was hoping to get the retainer for the 4-speed transmission for Tim from Vancouver on the 69 A12 Roadrunner. I was hoping I'd get it today because I've ordered it a couple of weeks ago. I was supposed to receive it yesterday. Then I was hoping to get it today, which is this piece right here. And I ordered it from Brewers, and I should be having it hopefully Monday, Tuesday, because this is the next car I want to get running and take it for a drive.
'Cause this one's got a
It's got a hairline crack right here on the front of the retainer. Somewhere here. There it is, right on top, at the 11 o'clock position. You see it?
Yes, you do.
I should have seen that the day of taking out the transmission. That's my fault. If I would have known that, I would have had it ordered then. But as I put it together, I noticed.
I'm really surprised we didn't see that because we had the cameras all over it and we were.
I know. Maybe because the retainer was there sitting, and I should have realized that.
It was a little grubby too. It was nice and oily.
And if you guys all know that the Edsel came in, 1958 Edsel, the one that's sitting outside,
There she is.
we have taken apart the. Here, let's take a look.
Let's go have a peek. Special car.
This one came in because the oil pressure was 5 to 10 pounds. That's all we had when we had it running. So my client brought in a brand new cam and lifters and a time machine and thought maybe the cam was worn out or something like that. But we figured out that the bearings are badly worn out. So we have to take out the engine completely and we start taking it apart, which is right here. Right here. So since he's got the new cam and lifters, time said we're gonna put him in. But the next thing tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow I can take out the crankshaft so I can get a regrind, get some undersized bearings, make it fit, and hopefully we put it together with a new oil pump that we get the oil pressure back up. And of course we're gonna install the new cam that he's got and lifters. Hopefully, because I don't wanna, this is gonna be a budget buildup. Actually, we're not gonna remove the cylinder heads. I'm gonna remove the crank from underneath when I turn the engine over. I'm gonna remove the 8 connector rod caps, 5 main caps, pull out the crank, send it out, regrind it, down maybe 10 undersize, get a set of bearings, put it in, new oil pump, then assemble it, prime it before we install it in the car to make sure we get at least 50 to 70 pounds of oil pressure. If that's where we get, then it's ready for installation.
Yeah.
Here's another one here. We've got a Chev 400, which belongs to Charles from Newfoundland, Labrador. He brought it in just for dyno testing. He had someone else built this engine, somewhere here, somebody in Montreal. So he just brought it in here this week just to get it dyno tested. So we got it running. We pulled out a 412 horsepower out of it. It's a 400 Chevrolet, origin from the factory. It's not a stroke or anything. It's just a 400, probably from a 74 Impala, Chevy Impala, station wagon or whatever. And he just wanted to put on the dyno, get it running. So we had to install the water pump, put the damper bolt on, put a dipstick, put the distributor in, of course, prime the engine for him, break in the cam, get him the horsepower, check for leaks, everything went well, and it's ready for delivery to be picked up tomorrow.
And yes, we got a little bit of that on tape, so that's
Yes.
going to be in an upcoming video.
There you
Chevrolet
go, you
400.
guys. This will be an upcoming video.
There's Chevys here at Nick's garage.
And then we have a 74 Challenger,
Wham.
which belongs to a local person here. His name is Bill. 1974 Challenger, and he wanted to fix up a 446 pack in his car. He had the whole car restored, but of course he went with a bigger engine. So our job is to install the intake manifold, get it started, the ignition, put the carburetors on, put the linkages in, And boy, he came with a list, a couple of pages. But after going through the car, I made it a few pages longer. So now I can say it's a book. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of little items. I've been working on it this week with the boys here in the shop. Tomorrow I got Robert to come and help me with it also. We have some electrical issues. It won't crank over. It doesn't give power when we want to get it running. We have to bypass it to get it running. We got major exhaust header leaks. We got major brake lines. It's got no power steering oil, no brake fluid, no Prestone. We have to connect all the cooler lines. We have to fix the electricals, bleed the 4 brakes. We found a few leaks. We're not finished with that yet. We got to make sure the shifter works. We have to send it out for alignment. After all, we have to get the car perfect because it has to go through a provincial inspection, mechanical inspection to get its license plate. So this one here has a list also.
Long list, even when they look gorgeous. This beautiful interior.
1974, it's fully restored. Blue inside, blue outside with a white top.
Clean.
My first muscle car was a 1970 Challenger, B5 blue, B5 interior with a white top, just like this one, except mine was a 383 1970 RT 383 Magnum.
Cool.
This
Didn't know you
is,
had a blue one.
you guys were looking for the word Dodge. If anybody has any, my client's looking for the 5 letters Dodge for a 74 Challenger. If anybody's got any, send me an email. I'll be more than glad to buy them off you guys. So my client can have them installed so he can get his car done once and for all, once he leaves from here.
You can find Nick's email address on the About page.
There you go. Just click on the About. You get all the information you want in our shop. You'll get my phone number, my email, anything you want.
Good stuff.
And then I had a meeting with the machine shop with John's car, the 71 GTX from New York. And we had an argument with the company that was making the pistons that we told them that, you guys, you know, if you're going to tell me you're going to make the pistons, take us 3 months, 4 months. They apparently have them ready, but they didn't ship them out. For what reason, I do not know. And I asked them, guys, you know, send them UPS, FedEx, or Postal Service. I don't care. Just send them. I need them. And they said, yeah, we'll ship them out next week. So hopefully they send them out next week because I got to bring them to the machine shop, get it bored out exactly to what I need, which is going to be 40 over. Of course, balance the crank and the rods all together with it as a united rotating assembly. And then bring it here and start putting it together, put it on the dynamometer, get it going so I could bring it in, put it into the car, and then fix his electrical and speedometer, gauges, and whatever I need underneath the dash. So like I was telling John from New York, I'd love to get it done because I need the space in my shop. So I got to get all these cars out. I have a lot of people on hold. There's a lot of jobs I'm taking. There's a lot of jobs I'm not taking because there's only so much I can do. I'm going to start choosing and picking my jobs now because there's just too many cars coming in. I've got enough already. I've got my team full of work and trying to do the best we can, and it's not easy, you guys.
That's for sure.
You know,
I can tell you're a little bit fed up, Nick. I know when I showed up here today, a very nice gentleman pulled up with his 6-cylinder Challenger up front.
Yeah.
And as soon as he saw you, he was like, "Oh, hey, Nick!" And you were immediately with your hands in the air saying, "We're closed. We're closed. No more work."
I had to. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what comes here. A lot of shops close early on a Friday afternoon, and somebody just walked in today around, what was it, 4:45 or so? And I told them right away, we're closed. Because a lot of times people come here, no matter what. It could be a holiday. I could be here at 10 o'clock at night. People keep coming to my shop. Can you fix this? Can you fix that? They don't ask when. They thought I was going to do it at the moment. And when it's a holiday here in Quebec or in Canada, I could be coming here to do office work, and you got to hear the phone ring. It doesn't stop. I try not to answer the phone calls because, you know, we're closed. It's an official holiday.
Yeah,
why is the phone ringing?
But you're here.
Okay, and I noticed some of the phones were local and some are long distance, but not everybody knows if I'm out of town, out of Quebec or out of Canada, if it's a holiday or not. But I look at the phone calls before I answer it, but it's very important.
But this is Nick's garage.
I know. People think I live here and I'm 24/7.
Well, your wife and daughter are glad to know, are glad to see that you don't live here, but it's...
You know, it's
Nick,
true. You know what?
Nobody works like you. I'm sorry. I know very, very few people that actually work the hours you do and have the passion for things that you do. It's like, how many times have you sat there and said, you know what? We have to finish assembling this engine tonight. Why? Because we have to.
That's right.
And it's like, you just do. You don't think, you do.
I'm gonna show our viewers and yourself. You know how much time it took me to put on an oil pan on the Boss Haas V8 small block Chevy for a motorcycle? It took me quite a few hours. Right here. Come and take a look. I've also installed the intake manifold. Come and see it. Right there.
It's on.
It's on.
Look at that.
Everything's custom made, especially the oil pan. Check it out.
Yeah, it's got a nice cooling system. Well, it's blocked off, I guess, to run other stuff through here. But this thing actually sits between the rails of a motorcycle.
That's right. And this is a small block. And the owner, Carlos, also told me he's got friends that have a motorcycle with a big block Chev. Never mind a small block, a big block Chev. But this is all aluminum, but I don't know if the big block is aluminum.
You know, no replacement for displacement. I think they took it a little too far on this.
You know what? Let me tell you something. How do you hold up a bike with a V8 between your legs?
Both legs.
Oh, I don't know, man.
No, it's not how you hold it up. Make sure it doesn't fall over.
And you know, and if you guys want to know, this is where the battery goes, right here.
Oh, is that what it
On
is?
the front section of the pan.
That battery takes a beating.
And you know, every second hole for the oil pan, for the bolts to hold the gasket, is missing. It's only every second hole, or every third hole in some cases. Let's say the oil pan has 20 bolts.
Right.
You're only using 11 or 12.
Wow.
Half as many. And hopefully it doesn't leak. So this is going to go on the dynamometer. Hey, I want to show you something else. If you don't mind me, pass me those 2 tubes.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget, this thing has no thermostat housing. As you can see, the water that's going to come out of the engine, we're going to have 2 fittings here, like so. Here, let me just show you an example, you guys. Look sometimes what we have to go through.
Oh, you fixed the threading.
Yep.
Nice.
This is the front of the engine, okay? Now, this water pump is driven an electric pump external on the side of the engine on the bike. I put a mechanical cast iron water pump just to run it on the dyno. But now, where does the water come out of the engine? Right here.
You would
so
think.
we put these lines here, the way it's set up on the bike, like
Right.
so. Okay?
Okay.
And look behind you what we made for the dyno.
Ooh, a nice adapter plate.
That's right. So look at this. You see that? These 2 fittings are going to go like so. Look. And
So that we
then
can
I
run
put
the
my
engine.
hose to my cooling tower on the dyno.
Is this Dan's?
That's
handiwork?
right. This is Dan's special work.
Look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is a thing of beauty.
Just for one dyno test.
Yep.
Don't forget, you guys, he works on aircraft, eh? And
Yeah.
And he's
It's who he is.
That's
It's
who he
who
is.
he
That's
is.
right. So Dan
This
is
is amazing.
when Dan does welding work, he does professional work.
Oh,
So
yeah.
see what we have to go through. You know, you got to think out of the box sometimes, like we do in many cases.
And make a box.
Yeah, we made a box. There we go. You know, it's fun, you know, and I can't wait to see this running. I just hope there's no leaks. And you know what? We had this engine sitting on the bench in pieces because I cannot find a rear oil seal for this. I went through Felpro, I went through so many contacts, I went through so many locations and distributors. Nobody has a seal in stock. So my client told me, Nick, if you have the old seal, the rear crankshaft seal, still have it, take a chance, put it back in, and hopefully it doesn't leak when you dyno test it. Because, you know, this is one big job to install on a motorcycle. He tells me, Nick, there's a lot of labor involved. So it has to be perfect.
I could imagine.
So now I put the same seal, did the best I can so it doesn't leak. And hopefully when we put on the dynamometer to see what kind of horsepower he's going to make, we also have to look for leaks. But I'm not concerned about horsepower. I'm concerned that everything runs well.
Yeah, and then the fact that you have it on the dyno, you'll inspect it, make sure there's no leaks, make sure there's no issues whatsoever, no noises. So how many hours was it to put it in?
I think it takes 2 days.
2 days. Well,
He does it on his own.
yeah. Okay. Well, at least they won't be wasted. He'll know that he's going in with a solid product.
That's right. So there you go.
You know the Coronet that you have up on the lift?
Yes?
Yeah.
Coronet, you mean the Super Bee?
That's right. Super
Yes.
Bee. There's a slight problem.
What?
Just add one more thing to the list.
The links are upside down.
No.
What?
Brake lines.
Oh, there's a lot of things on that car. There's a list in our car. I didn't mention this. There's a lot of things
they're
wrong with
copper.
that. Sorry?
They're copper.
They're copper.
I thought they were
I didn't
copper coated, and I put a magnet to them, and it's like
No, that's a no-no.
burst
Copper,
pressure is
copper
800.
brake lines? No, forget it. We have to put steel lines.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So hey, you saved him.
There you go.
Saved the guy.
The list is getting bigger.
Let me just interrupt here quickly and scream at your microphones.
Yes.
Mike J sent you $20, Nick, and says thanks for another great Friday.
Michael?
Buy donuts
Michael
for the
J.
gang.
Thank you.
Michael J.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael J.
Thanks, Mike J.
We're beating a lot of donuts, let me tell you. Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Oh, keep us warm. Keep us warm. Burn some calories. All
Anyways,
right.
this is my next engine on the dynamometer, this one here.
That's all right.
And after that,
Oh.
I've got Luke's
Dun, dun,
383. Luke, If you're watching from Coastal Auto Reaction,
Luke is with us tonight.
okay, he's watching us. Okay, I wanted to ask him. I got the intake. I'm going to put back the same intake manifold. I'm ready to put oil in it, prime it, and make sure everything goes well. I'm going to put the intake on, the valve covers, and apparently, hopefully, by the end of next week, I have this thing on the dynamometer. And hopefully, I'm aiming for over 400 horsepower. It is a 383. We're using the same cast iron heads, slightly ported. We got a little cam in it. It's a voodoo cam. And hope all goes well. This is a truck motor. And
Nothing wrong with truck motors.
no. And it's the original motor to Betsy. That's what he calls
That's
it.
what counts.
So Luke, next week we're gonna run it. And if people ask what are shims underneath the rocker shaft, here, let's go into detail right here, you guys. Right here. You see that little shim? It brings the rocker shaft out because we had the block zero decked. In other words, we cut the block. We brought the compression ratio up because from the factory it's pretty 8 or whatever. It had disc pistons. We put flat top pistons. We cut the deck. I also had the heads milled so I could get a 9.6, 9.7 compression ratio. So as you're bringing in as you deck the block and you cut the heads, what's happening is the push rods are getting longer, and you're bringing the rocker shafts closer to the piston. So what you want to do is you want to raise the shaft to bring it back in its original location, so you don't over preload the hydraulic lifters. So we put a shim of 30 thou, and then from there we take it on the dyno and see how it goes.
So basically, you're correcting the geometry.
See, look,
back
let
to
me
original.
show you. Look at this. This is the preload, you guys. See that? You don't want to, you want to preload a few thou. You really preload 20 thou or so,
Yeah.
or like a quarter turn. But these are non-adjustable rockers, so this is the reason why we put shims to bring the shaft up. That's another little trick we do. Anyways, if you guys wanted to see, this is what I was talking about. And because we didn't prime the engine, you can see here, the lifters are empty.
Yeah.
You see that? When I start to prime the engine, which I've done it once on a live show, didn't
That's
you,
right.
George?
That's right. No,
We
we've done
primed
it a
an
few
engine on a
times.
live show.
With the drill, yep.
And then as we crank the engine slowly over with a ratchet, we prime the engine at the same time with the gauge, because every engine gets primed before it gets installed on the dynamometer. And we make sure that every rocker is nice and stiff, so we want to make sure that every lifter is filled with oil.
That's
Nick, I've got to interrupt you again with a couple of super chats.
Go ahead.
Steve Shoemaker with $20. Thank you, Steve.
Steve,
Thank you,
thank you very
Steve.
much, Steve.
I appreciate it. And FF with $10, and he says, "Get some coffee on me, Nick and the team."
Okay.
Greetings
All right.
from AZ. He's
Hey.
down there in Arizona.
Thank you. All the
I
way
hope
from
it's warmer in
eh?
Arizona.
Yep. I got my coffee. We'll make some more. Don't
So
worry.
that's a nice way to correct, though, the geometry of the engine.
That's right.
It keeps things simple, gets it back into where it's supposed to be, so you don't have any issues with your lifters. It's pretty good.
It is. It is.
It's a little detailed, but it's an important detail.
Yes.
Luke is watching. He loves what he's seeing, by the way.
And
The comments are flying.
And I went back with the same oil pump. That's your oil pump, the high volume that you recommended. We took it apart. We put new seals in it. We had it cleaned. I also had it installed. And then this is another engine I'm working on right here. It belongs to Eugene. And you know what I realized? I got to, before I install the cylinder head, I have to remove the inner valve spring to break in the cam.
That's right.
So, Eugene, if you're watching, this is your engine. This is also decked. Also, as you can see, we got some trick flow cylinder heads on this, and it's got a dual valve spring.
Yeah.
And it's got a flat tap head hydraulic cam we're going to work with. He wants a simple car. We're looking for around roughly 500 horsepower. So I'm just going to, this head is on just loosely for now.
That's right.
There's the other one right here. I'm going to remove the inner springs, get it ready. I'm going to have to torque them down. I got my ARP bolts that I recommend for this cylinder heads.
Perfect.
I got that. I got the cam. I got the lifters. I got the pump. I got the oil pan on. I got the window tray in place. And
That's smart, though. You're taking out the inner springs, you know,
Yes.
lighten the load on the cam while you're breaking it in. That's a fantastic move.
that's why I do that all the
It's
time.
smart. It's a lot of people don't take the time, but you know what, Nick? It makes total sense.
And you know, I've made a tool to remove the valve springs on the dyno with a bar, just like a Chevy, but I made my own tool. Here, if you guys want to see it, I'll show
Of
you.
course.
You want to see it?
It's a neat little piece.
Stay right there, George. I'm going to show you something.
Don't go
This
anywhere.
this is something I designed myself with Dan. Here. You put a shaft on,
That's it.
okay? You put a compressed air,
That's right.
so you can remove the locks so you don't
Without
drop the valve.
dropping, that's right.
This is it. Look at this. You put the shaft with one bolt, then you do this, and you press down. So once you bolt it down, you do this. Okay, when you have a bolt down, the shaft doesn't move. Then you do this, it pushes the spring down, remove the locks, take off the spring, add the inner spring on after again,
you're up
put it
and running.
back, and then start testing the engine after you break it in. So there you have it, you guys. Actually, if you look very closely, this is a Chevy tool. It's made for a Chevy that you put the stud, rocker stud ball, and you do this to remove the valve spring.
That's right.
But what I did is I added a long bar, 2 loops to divide it, to design it for a Chrysler
Sit
setup.
on the shaft.
So there you have it, you guys. This is not on the market. This is a tool that we made here in our shop. So this is a custom-made part made by Nick.
It's a Nick's Garage special.
That's right. Anyways, so hopefully, but after I get this bolted down, the only thing I got to order left, is the custom push rods. I want to get some 3/8 heavy duty.
Okay.
But I need to measure the length. So I have to torque down the head, put the rockers in that I have. He's also got the new rockers just outside the door. So hopefully the end of next week, I have this engine ready.
That'll be nice.
Eugene is in the chat, Nick. He's watching and he likes what he's seeing. He says these heads are going to make some good power.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And Eugene,
Oh, yeah.
okay, listen to this now. Eugene, I just got a call from Roger that,
This is it. Listen up, guys.
okay, you guys, this is the moment everybody's waiting for.
No, drum roll maybe?
No.
No need for a drum
No,
roll.
I just got a call from Roger this afternoon that
Okay.
he says, Nick, get your cameras ready because most likely they're going to paint the car tomorrow. So Saturday, he's working on the car right now, I believe.
Yep.
He's trying to get all the fine points out of it.
That's right.
And he told me, Nick, get your cameras, come by tomorrow. I don't know what time, and start shooting. While he's shooting paint, we're going to be shooting the video. So you guys, and after that, within a week or two, George?
Yeah, usually takes a week or two to get the videos out.
And there's a lot of my clients here, a lot of my friends can't wait to see that car. And I'm sure there's a lot of viewers asking questions, where's that Charger 500? So you also, besides painting it, we're doing a lot of alignment with the front end, the grills, the headlights. He came by a few times this week and they picked up the bezels, screws, pockets, seal beams, chrome bezels to hold in place, the grill, the hardware. So we'll be going back and forth with the car on this. And I think after that, we're going to just, once it gets painted, we got to send out all the chrome to get done. And hopefully we have it here soon.
Details like that don't make the difference
I know,
on the finished
I know.
product.
I-
And you know what? People have seen a million cars painted, but the truth is, every time you see a car painted, where it goes from primer to paint, it's like the car's being reborn. It's
That's right.
amazing. It's an amazing transition.
Take my
Your Challenger?
take my Kowalski, for example.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
We should
Hey,
remember that.
you know, I did make a video that everybody saw last week that I took out the Kowalski out of storage. Yeah, I drove it easy, but I wanted to tell you guys something. I know this has not been on camera very often, but every customer, every viewer, every friend that's come in my Kowalski Challenger, I have beaten the car so badly. In many cases, power shifting it, popping the clutch, taking wild corners, which is not on camera. But I've killed it. Okay, I enjoyed it, but that's who I am. I built it to drive it. You know, I didn't build it just to show it off. It has as a trailer queen.
A little disclaimer though. You
Okay.
always do it under closed road conditions.
I know.
with
that's
no
not-
cars around,
And
no
I-
people walking across the street.
Yeah, I do it, and you know, I don't recommend this
it's
for
a controlled environment, more
That's
or
right,
less.
controlled environment, and this is not for everybody. So maybe one day I'll show something on camera, but I don't want to show crazy things.
Nope.
And I try to do it when there's no people around.
But if they
Anyways,
come down in person, different story.
like I've told many viewers, you guys come down here, I'll take you for a ride in my Kowalski Challenger, and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay?
I'm so hopeful, Nick, that one day we're going to get Kowalski to the track maybe, and we can have a whole bunch of people there to see you thrash it all at once.
Yeah.
You know
well,
what? There aren't many cars that can take that kind
And
of
you know
beating.
what? And people ask me, do you drive it like you stole it?
All the time.
All the time. That's the truth. So anyways, so stay tuned, you guys. In a couple of weeks, we're going to video tomorrow. Hopefully the Charger gets painted, a 500 from Eugene.
Just want to interrupt again with $5 from Ed Grant. Melissa just reminded me. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Ed, and thank you, Melissa.
Real kind of
Thank
you.
you. And this, besides the car getting painted, you know, we're gonna have it in the shop. Well, then again, Roger we want to go through some more details. Even though it's getting painted, we have to do a lot of fit on lights,
Yep.
chrome, bezels. Anyways, there's a lot more work than just painting the car. In the meantime, I want to get this on the dynamometer. It sat here too long. It's time to start making some noise.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
and noise
sir.
it will make.
Have
Those
I missed out
heads,
anything? Have I missed out anything? Let me see.
I think we're good.
I think so. We got a full house.
All right. I'm going to go back to the Chrysler, see what's going on there.
Check out that Imperial.
Thanks,
All
Lenny.
right, I'll see you guys later.
Okay. All right. I just
Camera here. Oh, there we go.
I just have a few questions to be answered. These are from our Patriot supporters. This is Halverhead. First question from Halverhead is, what is the most flow you have gotten out of a Hemi head with porting? Well, I've done a lot of porting on a lot of heads. On a Hemi head, I've done a few jobs with just mild porting with multi-angle valve job. We got roughly 330, Manny. We worked with something like that. Nothing very big, you know.
No, but the thing with the Hemi is the ports are so huge on the thing that it really doesn't need a lot of work to move a lot of air. It's designed for that.
We do a lot of research. Here's a cylinder head that we cut in half on an intake port right here. You know, sometimes we have a few cylinder heads that we practice with different valve angles, different porting. What do you call it? With the same valve, 2 1/4 inch.
That's right.
Yeah, we did some.
Cuts on the valves.
I know, but a lot of the thing is, I didn't do too much porting on a lot of Hemi heads, but a lot of the guys that we do Hemis for, they like to keep them original.
That's right.
I've done some porting on a lot of 440s that we've done together.
Yes, those yes.
Okay, and the Hemi, the most we got basically is a small job. We had what, like 330?
That's right.
330.
About 330 is what
Okay.
a mild port job on a Hemi will give you.
Yeah, this is a cylinder head, you guys.
And again, it depends what year. It depends if it's an original head or if it's
That's right.
head or
That's right.
Nick, if I could just interrupt quickly and
Go
let
ahead.
you know that Deuce Coop, who's here with us almost every single live show, sent you £5. And he says there isn't a Friday until there's Nick's Garage.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me
Thank
tell
you,
you, man,
Deuce Coop.
if the weather was any... Anyways, the curfew is off tonight officially
It
here in
is.
Quebec. It's off, right?
It's off.
Now, if the weather was beautiful here today, let me tell you, it would be a full house. There would be a full house. So there you have it, you guys. I'm sorry, Hoverhead. We didn't do a lot of porting on the Hemi head. Like I said, a lot of guys want original. This is the intake port of a cylinder head. This is a straight Hemi head from a 66 to 71. And, you know, a lot of guys we look for more power. We went to elder blockheads, which have a lot more flow, bolt on, a lot more simple, and they work. But on a full porting, I've never done one on a Hemi.
Nick, Deuce Coop just sent another £5. And he said, with the success of the 340 and the 446 pack, would it have been as successful on the 426 Hemi?
Sure.
Can you imagine a 426 Hemi with a 6-pack on it?
Well, they did one from the factory, but it never came out. It was never into production. But the 6-pack worked on the 440. It also worked on a 340. But on a Hemi, I'm not so sure because they did 15 horsepower more on the 340 and another 15 horsepower on the 440. On a Hemi, I don't know. But don't forget, the Hemi came out with dual quads instead of a 4-barrel versus the 340 and the 440. Well, you know what? The way there's a Hemi with the 2 4-barrels, I think it's the way they came from the factory is great.
It sure looks like it.
Then we have another question from Dave Brown. Did you know John Dingman of Dingy's Garage in Montreal back in the day? I've heard of Dingy's Garage, which is downtown in Montreal near Outwater and St. Catherine Street. And if I remember correctly, I think John Scotty worked there also. They did a lot of Corvettes over there. So yes, I've heard of that place, and I never met John Dingman of Dingy's Garage, but I know the place very well. And did you know Steve Canis from L'Atelier Steve Canis back in the 70s? No, I did not know Steve Canis. No, I didn't. Sorry, I did not know him back in the 70s.
I'm surprised, Nick. That's the first time I've ever heard you not know somebody in the auto industry in Montreal.
No, because maybe it's possible. Maybe I don't remember. It's possible because, you know, I was involved with cars in the 74. I started getting involved in muscle cars, 75, 1976, and then I started going into street racing and so forth. And yeah, maybe it might ring a bell. Steve Canis. Maybe if I meet him and maybe comes and if he knows me, he says we met, it reminds me, maybe I'll remember. I don't know.
I also noticed that whenever you guys are trying to remember a name, you say, "Oh, Steve. Steve who? Oh, Steve with the Corvette."
Yes.
And then you remember. It's always
Anything's possible. Yes, anything's possible. Yeah. Anyways, like I said, my memory's not that bright, and who knows. Okay, now we have questions from YouTube viewers. Here's one from Stefan Cocker. How many miles on Kowalski car already, Nick? 40 miles? Laugh out loud. Well, I looked at my odometer today and it has 303 miles on it since I built it.
hard miles.
Hard pushing miles, let me tell you. Okay, yeah. Anyways, next time I have my car here on the next show, I'll have it here because right now I have it parked somewhere because I came to work with the Hellcat. I'll bring it in. I'm going to bring the camera right into the odometer because the odometer started when I finished restoring the car. They were all at zeros, the odometer. Right now it works with the correct speedometer gear, the correct speedometer, everything. With the right tires, F6015, all factory with the 354 ratio. We have about 303 miles right now, and they're correct miles.
We also get to see a little bit more Kowalski in Monday's video.
That's right. There you guys, you're going to see something on Monday with my car.
Yes, sir.
And Slow G8, are you running a custom Howard's cam in the Kowalski? Ha, 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 ha. Funny you asked. Let me ask you a question. The engine of my car is a test mule motor, which we started with this cam. Howard's cam. Yep, it is. It is here's the number if you guys wanted to know, right here. It's the one my brother got for me. And we did on the engine in the car has 106 tests on the dynamometer. Yes, we did run it with this. We had a lumpy idle with this too. We did some testing with the rockers, adjustable rockers, with headers, with intake and everything. But then we switched over to a comp cam because I wanted to put something more mild into the car. Because we went back into cast iron manifold, exhaust manifolds, cast iron intake. We went back with the Carter 4-barrel air cleaner on. We kept it more simple. It's a comp cam right now. But yes, we had a Howard's cam. And this one had a nice rumple idle. And actually had the same idle like the comp cam we have right now. And you know what? This might go back into our test motor number 2, which is coming up very soon. It might be sold because we have a lot of people that want to buy a 440 off us. And it might not be a test mule number 2 because it might be sold. But in the meantime, Stefan, was it Stefan? No, it was a Slow G8. Here it is. Yes, I've heard of Howard cams. Let me tell you, we work with them.
And he was just going over the sound, apparently.
Yeah. You know, I had it on the dynamometer. It had the same sound, just like the Howard's cam. But you're real good, man. This was in it before, let me tell you.
Nice.
And then we got dash dash. Is it true that keeping your hand on the shifter wears out the shift forks and synchronizers? Listen, I know you guys see me driving my car. I had my hand on the shifter. But that's only if you're leaning on it. When you're just resting on it, you're not putting any pressure on a lever rod that's pushing towards the synchronizers. And for that reason, I don't think you're wearing out anything. Because I've been driving 4-speeds for many times. I never had any issues. And leaning on the shifter, no. In my opinion, it doesn't wear out the synchronizers at all.
Yeah, some people, they really sort of pull on them, though. They're leaning on them.
Yeah, you know, they're driving and they're leaning on it. No, I just rest my hand on it. Because the shifter locks in place every gear it goes in.
I think I would want to keep my hand on that beautiful shifter the whole time, too.
Come on.
How can you just leave it alone when it's
a pistol grip, you guys. Come on. We all know the pistol grip. Okay, one more question. This is from Curmudgeon. Curmudgeon. Can you get a shorter throw for the transmission shifter? First to second seems really long. Yes, you can. Here, I'll show you how you go about it. It's right here. Let's go look at the Tim's transmission right over here. You got the shifter right here, and then you got the shifter rod, which bolts right here. I should say the link right here. The further the hole is from the point of the fork, the further out it is, the longer the throw. In other words, if you make this hole over here and put your shifter rod nearer to the screw, it makes the throw much shorter. So it changes the ratio, just like where the push rod lands up inside of a brake pedal. It's the same story. Yes, you can make a shorter throw. Just bring the hole inner, closer to the screw, and you'll have a shorter throw. So there you have it.
You gotta love that long throw, though, when you're punching your
But I don't mind. It doesn't bother me, you know. I know it's a long throw, but it's factory. I left it like that. And I used to have my other car I used to have a long time ago when I made a 4-speed out of my AA Cuda. I did drill the holes much closer to the center, and the throw was half the throw of a normal shifter. There you have it. Now, it's easy fix anyways, you guys. Maybe I could answer some questions on chat right now if I can.
You bet.
I don't know how much time we have. I think I took a tour of my shop, what's going on.
Hopefully just to let you know, Nick, we've been going for 45 minutes just about. You've got 900 people watching you right now. Nearly 1,000
900.
Thanks for joining us here tonight, folks. We love it.
Guys, thanks for joining us here on live on Nick's Garage. I don't know what to say. Just want to tell you what happens in my shop. It's all real. Nothing's made up. These are all customer cars, you guys. If you don't believe me, ask the people that own them. I mentioned their names on every car. I also forgot to mention Tony, 69 Yenko Camaro, also a good friend of ours. I'm working on his engine. I've got the connector rods, which came in. They're inside my engine room. I'm still waiting for the pistons. I don't know why, because now this week, my brother and I were talking to some manufacturers that make parts for these old cars, but I noticed they have a lot more production into the LS motors in GM. They have a lot of production parts on the Gen 3 Hemi. And Manny, yes, on the Ford, what do you got? What's that most popular engine?
The Coyote or the Godzilla?
Okay, I guess a Coyote.
Now the new Rage is the Godzilla, the big truck motor.
The Godzilla?
That's the latest push-rod monster.
So you see, all the manufacturers are out there on the latest technology on the V8 motors. So myself here, working on these old 427s, sort of 440s, they have to manufacture the parts. And for some reason, they take long. Even with the pandemic, it's even slowed them down even more, and it's making it harder for me to finish these jobs. I'm trying. I go through a lot of stress going through a lot of these things. I try now with the curfew gone, I'll be working late to catch up on a lot of jobs. And I start rushing everybody. Where's my parts? I want them. I want to get these cars because don't forget, when the part takes long, the car still sits in my shop waiting, and it takes up space. And I have other people on hold, on standby. I can't bring their cars in because I don't have the space anymore.
I know,
So-
and Nick, I watch you. You take it personally. Even though there's nothing in your power that you're slowing anything down. It's the slow supplies. The factories are closed. There's too many people trying to ship stuff.
That's
But you take it personally.
what I meant earlier when someone walked into my shop around 5 o'clock. What's the first thing I said? We're closed. Why? Because I just can't take anymore. I have a few jobs on standby waiting to come in, but I'm trying to get these jobs out. There's some I could do, some I cannot do. For example, I sent out a car to get a wheel alignment. They told me next month. Wow. I have another guy who wants to send a car for inspection. They told him at the end of June. Hey, we're at the end of May, so that's a month. So I'm not the only ones falling back. So you guys, you gotta understand with the pandemic and the parts, and I play with the old stuff here. It equals to one thing. I try my best.
One thing's for sure, no matter what the COVID's doing, we're going to keep bringing you videos every week.
Okay.
And thank you, Frank Moore, for your generous donation of $4.99. Thank you,
Thank
Frank.
you. Thank you, Frank. So there you have it, you guys. I try my best. It's not easy. It's hard. And I get dirty. I work.
Even the government, Nick, is running behind on everything.
I guess so. I guess so.
It's everywhere. You know, employment, there's hardly, a lot of people haven't gone back to their jobs. So you have a huge problem with, like people not being available, shops not running at full capacity. At the end of the day, it falls on your shoulders. You don't work that way. Other people, you have to work according to other people's
I know.
limitations.
I know.
It's unfortunate.
I know.
And I know, you want to be here every night. I know that.
Hey, can I say something?
What time did we leave last night? Shh, don't tell anybody.
No, we left late last night. We were working on, which car were we working on?
I don't know. It's all a blur.
Oh my God, we go through so many things, Manny and I. Anyways, I wanted to say one more thing, that because the American-Canadian border is still closed for what, a year now?
Yeah.
The year before that, when the border was open, we had an American visitor practically every weekend.
Pretty much.
And if the border opens up, then we have visitors. Every visitor comes to my shop. I always take them for a tour. I show them what we do. I show them what we work with. I introduce them to employees. I introduce them to a lot of things.
Show them the flag.
So imagine now if the border opens up, what comes in? And there's a few engines waiting at the border to come in to get built by us here.
That's right.
So there's going to be a big panic attack when this happens. But anyways, we'll take things as they come.
We
Right?
sure appreciate the attention.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It is, it's fun. We try to do the best we can, and people bring in edges. I try my best, and hopefully I get the parts I need.
Yep, absolutely.
And if
They'll
not,
get
I
here. It's just
sometimes,
time.
yeah, and sometimes I do a search here and there from different distributors trying to get the parts in stock. And now lately, I ask, I don't care how much, just give me the part.
Ship it.
Ship it, yeah.
We'll worry
Anyways,
about the price later.
That's
Ouch.
right. That's right.
We've had a few surprises though.
That's true.
Just want to interject quickly. Roadrunner James with $4.99 asks, when's the next mail time?
Oh, well, as soon as I get a few packages, I got 3 packages right now. I'd like to open up when it's about, what, 6, 7 items or so?
Make it interesting.
Maybe next week. I don't know.
Next week would be good.
Next week. But then when it gets on video, then when it gets on camera, it might be 3, 4 weeks. So give me some time, you guys. We'll do that. Don't worry.
One thing's for sure, we open everything on camera, so you'll see it when it comes.
And I wanted to say another thing. I still have another, 32, 33 flags to put up. And I still have no time to put them up. And with the
And
curfew,
we're running out of place.
I'm running out of place on top of that too. Yeah, there's a lot of flags. The flags are all over the place.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it sure makes my shop people come in. You know, we have a lot of people, new customers that walk in, and they walk in the shop, and they look at the shop, and I tell them, you guys, it's just a regular garage. They go, "What are you kidding, man? Look at these cars. Look at the flags. You're on YouTube.
Absolutely.
This is not normal. This is not a normal garage. It's a dying breed, but it's all alive here, right?"
Well, it also shows you how many people, you know, still believe in these old cars, still, you know, are interested in them. Hasn't been forgotten.
I have not realized, take an example, 440 engine.
Yep.
Ever since we've been on YouTube, I've never realized, besides how many muscle cars are around the world, how many 440s are out there. Unreal.
A lot of them
One
don't
after
come
the
through
other,
here.
man. One leaves, another one comes in.
You're never
right?
short of a 440.
Never,
that's for
I've
sure.
never. Look, how many 440s are in the shop right now?
If you're stuck, you'll slide in a 383.
And one thing I'm trying to do, I'm dying to build my original 440 for my Kowalski Challenger.
Yeah, that'd be
When am I going to do it? Now, if the curfew's gone, maybe I'm going to spend a few nights to put it together.
You know what they say about the, go ahead, George.
Just, sorry, before we lose track, Don Lemmy with another $5. That's his second super chat tonight.
Donnie,
Don Lemmy.
thank you.
And he says, Don, have some dinner and take a rest.
Okay, thank you.
Eventually.
Eventually. One rest. After this, when we're off camera, we're going to start working on other things.
Absolutely.
I'm going to work on that V8 for the motorcycle.
That's it, Boss
Get
Hoss.
ready.
Yeah.
Boss Hoss, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Anyways, there must be a lot of chat. Questions are on.
Certainly are. I'll be
Well,
trying
you guys
to say
go
hello
get
to
them.
everybody.
I'm going to try, you guys.
I'll finish
Listen
up
up.
my testing.
Okay.
Thank you, Manny.
Thank you, Manny.
Thank you, guys.
I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Let me get back. Let me see if I can get some questions, answer for some. Here's an example. Look. Look at the list that come in, you guys. Look. I don't want to show any numbers, but a lot of numbers here, man. Look. This is nothing. There's more pages. Anyways, doesn't matter. That's what the cars are here for.
At least they're not Volkswagens.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Nick, more super chats are pouring in.
Oh, wow.
This one just
You're
came
kidding.
from Danny Hordell. I think you can see it there on your computer now.
And Roadrunner James, it's all saw it. Don, let me, yeah. Nick, go home and have a dinner, take a rest. I will, right after the chat. Let me see.
Nick's gonna catch
Oh,
up
this
with
is going fast, man. We're almost 1,000 viewers right now watching me? You gotta be kidding, man.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, Larry friend. Hey, Nick, Larry's friend. Hey, okay. George, take it out. Mexican spec. Ooh, I can't catch up, man. Nick, I'm 21. I own a 77 Ford Pro. Thanks. I'm happy you collect 7 more classic cars. Yes, sir. Peter Kovacs, 440 power of the world. Yes, sir. Peter, you're right. So many. Harrods Garage, Mexican spec. Must be. Oh, look at Mark Hammer's back in.
Chief Hamner, good to hear from you.
Yep. You got your flag up there too, man. It's still hanging up there. Kalispera, Nicola from Germany. Wow. Cool and old and cool. Yes, sir. You need some sleep? No, I don't need any sleep. Old school Nick. Shiny Nook has 8,000 more parts if you need parts. I know. I've heard of them. I know. I got that. I got a lot of emails on that. Wow. Buzz Lolo. Nick, going to drive the Boss Hoss? No, not me. That's a motorcycle, buddy. No way. I got Ed. Mopar Ed. Nick, thanks for the phone call last week. I was port fuel shipped my brakes today. Ed on the Ridge. Yes, and I know you thanked Eugene because that's the contact I got from Eugene on the brake shoes on the Charger. So Ed, good for you, man. Brian Outlaw. Hello, Nick from Texas. Man, we got a lot of people from Texas. Okay.
Love it.
Matter of fact, I got 4 flags from Texas in my shop.
Just want to take an opportunity, Nick, to wish everybody a good Memorial Day weekend
Yes,
coming up. We
for
don't
all-
do that up here in Canada, but we know it's big down in the
Yes,
States.
I want to wish you guys a good Memorial Day in the United States. I know it's a long weekend for this weekend, and enjoy you guys with your families and everybody, and have a good time.
I know Melissa's going to be getting together with her old man.
Oh, I gotta thank Melissa. I keep forgetting to thank Melissa. Thank you very much for everything, Melissa.
We forgot to thank her in the last show, too, Nick. We got to apologize for
I
that.
know. She deserves a big hug and a kiss, let me tell you.
Thank you, Melissa.
Okay, here we go. Old school Nick. Leaves or Habs? I don't want to say that. I love both, let me tell you.
There we go. He's being a politician.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't know where to start right now. Here's one, just missed it. Gelfro, hi Nick. Hello, Gelof. Gerlo FW. Wow, okay. Matt Brooks, how many pieces you got? I got a lot of pieces here, let me tell you, man. Have Harms. Here's another one. Blue Scoop, €5? Am I correct?
5 pounds, I believe.
5 pounds, that's 5 pounds, yeah.
That's his third.
As you know,
donation
Nick,
tonight.
hey?
That's his third one tonight.
Oh my God, there's no school like old school. Yes, I know that.
Thank
A
you,
lot of
New
people.
Scoop.
That's true. Jimmy from Mississauga, Canada. Jim Neal. Thank you, Jim.
Hey, Mrs.
Douglas B. Thank you, Nick, and your entire crew are the best. Thank you. Big Al. Hopefully that border will open soon. Yeah. Is this border going to open up?
So we're heading in the right direction.
Okay,
Won't
no,
be much
Nick.
longer.
Okay, here's another one from James from Sneed, Alabama. Here we go. Bosco 09. Hi from New Zealand. Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Thanks for watching tomorrow.
Super B340. Hello, Nick from British Columbia. Yes, sir. Super B340. Okay, sorry. Sydney Bidney. Nick's wife is an angel. She is. My wife's an angel.
Amen.
Amen. Oh, you better
She has
believe
the
it.
patience of 2 angels.
Yeah, yeah. My daughter too. Bandit and Nick, I happy to see you get beast out of storage. Happy Memorial Weekend, everyone who loves your baby.
Hey, Bandit.
Bandit, that's the Bandit, yeah. Wow, it's going fast here. Todd Clark, thank you, Nick, for a wonderful show. With awesome cars you showed us. Oh, no, it's my pleasure to show you guys. Eugene Castle, hi, Nick, George, I wish I could be there tomorrow when they paint the 500. Eugene, we're going to put on camera, man. We're going to do our best for you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to have all the cameras rolling, Eugene. We're going to see it from every angle.
Yeah, tomorrow it's all about Eugene. Let me tell you, get that Charger painted, man. And then we're going to have to do some, what do you call it? Trial and fit parts. And after that, it's going to get shipped here.
I can't wait to see that yellow paint.
Yeah. And that motor, man, that's the next engine I'm working on right now.
Fantastic.
Thanks for spending your time with us. Jim Hoover. Yes, sir. Not my problem. My car guy, Dario. Hey, Eugene, how are you doing? Hey, that's, I forgot his name. Let me see. Sheldon. That's right. Sheldon, how you doing, Sheldon?
Hey, Daddy-O.
Yes, sir. Okay, here's a Gregorius Anomalous. Are you, Kowalski, going to the Mopar event in Pennsylvania? I plan to if the border opens up. Yes, I plan to.
And if we get the second inoculation.
I'm a phone call. Tony, how you doing, Tony? The man with the Camaro, Yanko Camaro. You're a phone call away. No, you've done enough help, buddy. Thank you very much, Tony.
Tony.
Tony from Toronto. Yes, sir. I missed that one. Howard Land, Nick, give Kowalski a hug for me. I already did. Thanks, man. Lat Burns, I guess Lunar is going to race it this weekend. I guess. Papilio Cycles, tell Eugene we are yellow with envy. Ha ha. Okay, Eugene, I can't wait to see the car in Y2 yellow. Eugene, you're not the only one, man. Everybody's waiting for that. Okay, Steve Bidney, what happened with the Cougar? The Cougar, I'm trying to find a place I could fix the frame, but before I do any mechanical repairs, we're going to do a partial restoration on it, hopefully this winter. Look at this.
I think Melissa's just pointing out one we missed there.
I
Daddy
did?
Wardell.
Oh, I'm
Please
sorry.
answer the super chat. Thanks, Nick. Wanting to go for fuel. There's, you can see that.
Marv Wilson, they see the Barracuda, lightweight dry car, stroke 440. What is it? Wrong Melissa, okay, here. George, Daddy, Hordo, please answer my super chat. Thanks, Nick. Waiting to go fuel injector. What do you think about the Pro Flow setup for my 600 horsepower 440 on a 70 charge? Any recommendations? You know, I like the fuel injection. We've got it on Big Al's car. He's got a dual quad setup, and it runs good, but it took us a long time to tune it. It's a 440 1970 satellite, and he's got a dual quad setup. And let me tell you, when it's a cold start, cold day, hot day, it always idles the same. So it's good. Once you get it tuned perfect, nothing could beat it. It's great stuff, okay? And it's good. What you want to do is good.
There's Tim Butler.
Tim Butler. Hey, Tim, how are you?
Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Hang in there. I'm doing my best, Tim. I just want to get that retainer from, I ordered from Brewers. They got it. They sent it out. I did not receive it. And I was telling Vasily I want to start the Roadrunner so I can have it hopefully maybe next weekend running so I can get it on video. And I want to road test the car. So, Tim, thank you very much.
Thanks for greasing the wheels here.
Wow,
on the
look at
chat.
that. Yeah. And I got your rev limiter. I got that in from Mancini. That's ready. And there was something else I wanted to do. God, I don't remember. Anyways, you know, I got to jump from one car to another, and it's hard.
Busy.
That's why. Are you going to Carlisle this year? True Dimensions. If it's open the border, yes, I'll be there with my Kowalski Challenger. Are you coming to Carlisle this year? True Dimensions. Yeah, I'm going to do my best. Nick, your new tires. Oh, wait a minute. Rick S. Nick, when you need new tires on your 970 Challenger, you're getting F6050s again, right? Looks more correct than radials. Yes, you're correct. I am. Jonathan Goldner. Thank you very much, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very generous.
Jack Fleming, man. Greetings from West Virginia. Nick, how were you when you decided you wanted to work on muscle cars? How old I was? 15, 16 years old. Bill Dedrick. I forgot the compressor on.
Whoops.
Anyways, I'll turn it off after. Jason Roch, can you take me for a ride in your Challenger tomorrow? Yes, come by. I'll take you for a ride, but I might be missing for a few hours because I got to go make a video on Eugene's Charger for the for an update on the paint job. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta put the paint in first because that only happens once.
Roadrunner James, how did you meet George? Actually, George met me at the old shop when he saw an old 1970 Fury sitting outside my shop, and then he walked in and goes, you work on old cars? I said, sure, why not? And ever since then, George been around. There you go. Coastal Auto Reaction. The car guys, hit that. Luke, thank you, Luke.
Thank you, Luke.
Thanks for your help to Melissa. Yes, sir. Here's another one. Ghetto Flow. Thanks, Nick. My name is hard in English. Jurlof. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to pronounce before. It's hard in English. Yeah, you're right, but it's okay.
Imagine it in Greek.
You guys don't forget to click the like button. That's what View on the Lake 1 said. Okay.
Thanks for that. It really does help when people click the like button and when they subscribe.
Bill, 273 V8. Yes, I did one of those. That's a good little motor. Papillion Psycho. Corey. Corey says hello.
Hey, Corey.
Harness Garage, 8 p.m. on the rain stops and the sun finally comes out. Good, man. Old school. See you guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you, man. Thank you, old school. Ricketts, I'd love to work in your shop full time, but I live in the Netherlands. Wow, that's far, man.
Just to let you know, we've hit an hour.
We passed an hour, eh?
It's time to start
Man,
wrapping up.
I could do this all night long, buddy.
We know it. Maybe we'll have to try a marathon live show one of these days.
You know, we should, yeah.
When Uncle Tony tried it, it nearly killed him, though.
Oh, you're kidding. What does, no, I wouldn't, I don't know. 4H, hi Nick, from Greece, Apostolis. Wow, from Greece. Yassas, tikarete.
Gassos.
From Greece, wow. 4H, from Apostolis. Greece, Apostolis, eh?
There's Greeks all over the place.
Yeah, that's right. We have a lot of Greeks, man. We have them in Cyprus. We got them in the United Kingdom. We have them in Greece. We have a lot in the United States, Canada. Name them all. Steve Shoemaker, Nick, take time to get a haircut. Ha! You sound like my wife.
Nick's lucky he's got a hairdresser in the family.
Yeah, yeah. My sister-in-law cuts my hair. Manuel Milonakis. Hi, Nick. Yasu Magnoli. Greek fellow for sure. Okay, here we go. Crushing Vanessa 3. Hi from Winnipeg. Yes, sir. Must be cold there, no? Winnipeg?
Winterpeg, they call it.
Winnipeg. I don't know. I've been there once, and it's cold over there.
They get summer eventually for a couple of weeks.
Look at it. Joel Jenkins. Hey, Nick, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You guys are tops. Thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
Stahadad. Did George work on the Speed TV Resto show with Clute? No, I don't think so.
Don't believe so.
No. Hi, this is Donald. Hi from Minneapolis. Hello. Minneapolis, eh? I see it on the news all the time. Ooh. Anyways, Tom Willen. Good day from Australia. Love your show. It takes me back to the 80s when I was in my 20s. Uh-oh. What happened?
The computer just died on us.
Oh, boy. Here it is.
Oh, it's still there.
Okay, Peter Combs, we love you, Nick. Thank you, Peter. Here's a good Yasu Nicola. Louis from Australia. #1 viewer from Melbourne, Australia. Louis Katz. Yasu Retikanis. A little bit of Chiporaki. That's what I should have done.
And here's an interesting fact. Did you know, Nick, we've got almost as many Australian viewers as we do Canadian?
Yeah, Australia's a big country.
We're very popular in Oz.
I know. You know what? I got to thank those Australians, man.
We appreciate it.
Here's Dirt Bike Mike 87. Sigareto. I got to study my Greek. Sicharisto. Nick, Yatin. Hey, Manny, you read Greek, eh? Hello. Hello, Mr. Leftor, eh? Come and see this. You guys, excuse me, I just got to read this in Greek. I know to speak Greek, but reading Greek, I'm not perfect. Here, Manny, you read Greek. What does it say here?
Ευχαριστώ, Νίκο, για την αγάπη αυτών των αυτοκινήτων και του κανάλιου σας από
το Baltimore.
Maryland.
Ah, Maryland, eh?
Έλληνας από το Baltimore και γράφει σας, ας πούμε, Σπαρτιάτης.
Είναι Σπαρτιάτης, μπορεί να είναι, δεν ξέρω. Anyways, I just wanted...
Just throwing in there the fact that it's well written and it's in Greek and it's
well, yeah,
it's always a pleasure.
It is good. It is good. Anyways, dirt bike, Mike, Michalis. His name is Michali. Michali, ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ, Michali. Άντε, γεια σας, from Baltimore.
Να σε καλά.
Puerto Rico here, Luis Javier Rodriguez. Look at that. Check it out. Look what's going on here. Look what's going on, man. I need your help. Let's go.
You're busy, man.
There's too many. Eugene Council, Nick, I'm back. We lost power here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Bad thunderstorm, lots of wind, rain. Oh, poor Eugene, man. What's happening down in Texas, man?
He's getting it out of the way for
Okay, Tony. Oh, man, you don't have to do that, Tony. Thank you very much, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Linda Bush Cannon. Hey, Nick, we love your show. Walt, the Moper guy. Cannon and his wife, Linda, New Jersey with a 66 Barracuda. Thank you very much. Thank
for your
you.
donation.
Thank you for the donation. And Rick Mayberry, Nick for president. No, I don't want to be a president, man. Too many
Power
headaches.
Station 1. How's it going?
All right, how did you buy the trick flow heads? How did we get them? Eugene bought them. He sent them to me. Sheldon. God, I keep forgetting his name. Sheldon, I'm sorry, man.
Jason remembered us.
Yeah.
George, we're on there.
Jason Rock. Hi, Manny. There's, yeah, Jason. Thank you guys for all your hard work. It's our pleasure, Luke.
Our pleasure.
Carlos Ferreira. Carlos Ferreira from Marila, St. Paul, Brazil. Hey, all the way from Brazil. Take care, buddy.
South America.
Eugene, hope you're doing well. Streetcar culture. Yes, sir. King Eric, the greatest of all. Did Nick learn Greek from his parents? Greek, you mean?
Absolutely.
Yes, I learned Greek from my parents. I never went to Greek school.
Well, I went for a short
Yeah,
time.
George and Manny Rock. Hey, you guys, look at that. This is
Thank
from
you, guys.
Mopar Ed.
Appreciate it.
Lot Burns. Yeah, Lot Burns. Linda Bush, are you guys going to Wildwood Car Show? No, not this year, no.
No,
There's so many things I could do. No, I can't. Jack Fleming, Nick, did you prefer working on an Hemi engine or 440? I love them both, but getting parts for both of them are hard lately. But no, I like them both, I'll be honest with you. I like the Hemi, but you know, there's a lot of 440s.
Must be ancient Greek. Took Attic Greek in college. Got hell for showing up with Greek dictionary. You would. You would get in trouble for that.
We got the best viewers, man.
Oh, they're awesome.
We got the best viewers. I got to thank all you guys. Hey, took Attic Greek in college. Got hell for showing up with a current Greek dictionary.
That's right. It's probably ancient Greek versus current Greek.
That's too much. Yes, sir. I'm looking for easy 500 horsepower. Yeah, that's where our goal is. Yes, sir. Sheldon, that's our goal. Marco Lopez, much love from Texas.
And I love you right back, guys.
Stahuda,
Texas
hi.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
Been there.
Kendall Short, can I give you guys a ride on a 68 Charger? Sure, come by, man.
Love it.
Okay, here we go. Jim Cars, hi, Nick. Slant second on Dyno, regards from Mexico. Wow. Jim, I don't have a six-cylinder yet, but we soon will.
For what? Chrysler? Mopar?
Eugene's hoping for a little bit over 500. We should have over 500. I'm sure we will. Eugene, we'll do our best, man. Don't worry. What's next? You know what? Maybe I should bring the compression up on Eugene's motor, shave the heads. I calculated the compression ratio the other day.
And what was it? Roughly?
I don't know. Maybe I should bring up the compression ratio.
10.5, 11?
No,
He has
I
good
got
fuel
it.
on
I got it in his file. I'm gonna do some homework on that.
Okay.
The heads are right there. They're not shaved yet.
If he has good fuel available, absolutely.
Here, just take a minute. I calculated the compression ratio. I got his file right here. Give me a second.
I need sideburns apparently.
Let me see if I can find it. I
Kind
got
it says it's like
everything that comes. Everything that comes in is right here. Give me a second. I got this whole file here. So many things. I didn't see if I have it.
Eugene.
I know I'm wasting everybody's time now. It was in the high 9s, I believe, or low 10s.
Absolutely.
You know, when you do engines one by one, you got to keep looking at the paperwork. Or is it upstairs in my office? I'm not sure. No, I can't. I don't remember this one. I did it when the heads came in last 2-3 weeks ago. More than that. Come on.
Don't worry, Nick. We'll get it next time on
Okay.
live.
I just wanted to say it on the live show. I have the breakdown sheet on it. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out.
Whatever it is, we'll make it go fast.
Okay, we're looking for over 500. Here is, I've got his head gaskets 1009. That's for Eugene. I got him here. One is on temporarily. I got his ARP bolts. I got to remove the inner springs. We got a break in the cam.
That's right.
And I just got to get some heavy duty 3/8 push rods custom made because I want to assemble it, measure the length I need with the push rods. With the lifters he's got, with the cylinder heads.
You're going for thicker push rods?
Thicker push rods, stronger push rods with a thicker wall. I need to make a custom, and I need to make custom push rods so I can get them ordered right away.
Perfect.
And there's a lot of questions up there. There's a lot to chat. There's a lot I could do. Manny, we need 2 or 3 guys to answer all these questions from all these viewers of ours. All I have to say right now, we ran out of time. I want to say a special thank you to all our Patreon supporters.
It's already...
I know. You know, one day we're going to make a longer show one day, you guys, a live show. Because today we had 900 plus viewers watching us live. Anyways, I want to say a special thanks to all you guys watching here tonight on live Nick's Garage. Manny, thanks for being here also.
My pleasure, Nick.
Also helping George yourself, Melissa, and
Melissa.
and I want to say thank you to all the Patreon supporters, all the guys that are donated tonight for our show for a good cause, and have a good Memorial Day here in America, United States. You guys enjoy your weekend, your long weekend, and we're gonna continue, guys. We'll meet again in 2 weeks. Again, now we don't have a curfew. We're probably going to be at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time again. And what else can I say? I wanted to say, hopefully I got more things for you guys in 2 weeks. Hopefully I get a lot of cars delivered. I get a lot of things done. And I hope that the next 2 weeks we get a lot of stuff on the Dyno to put on video for you viewers to watch us, what we've done. And put them on every Monday morning so you guys can see, every Monday morning so you guys can see what's an update on our shop.
Yeah.
So you guys, thanks for watching us here on Nick's Garage.
Thank you, guys.
And a special
Have
thank
a
you.
nice, safe weekend.
That's right.
Stay safe. See you in a couple weeks.
Thank you.